So let's have a look on your tutorial question under Unit 5, and then we're gonna discuss maybe 2 or 3 questions so that you can understand the concept, and it's just a repetition. And remember, I talk about the projected time, so you should be careful about that one, but it's not under this question 1. So it's question 5.1 that we're going to discuss. So they say this time William Tell is shooting an apple that hang on a tree, an apple on the tree, okay, as shown. So you can see the apple is at the height of 4 meters, okay, and they say the apple is horizontal distance, so which means the apple tree, the distance from where Tim William is standing and our apple, it's 200 meters. 20 meters, okay, as you can see. And then they say the eye will give us above the ground, and then if the arrow is released from 1 meter high, can you see? So the arrow is released from 1 meter high, okay. And then they say above the ground and eat the apple at t is equal to 0.7, so which means our final time is 0.7 meter, 0.7 seconds. Okay, so the question is, what is the arrow initial velocity? So our unknown in this problem is the velocity, the initial velocity. Can you see that? Okay, so remember that we have an angle here which wasn't given as well, but the first thing that we have to do is we want to calculate what will be the initial velocity of this speed. Okay, so we know that the velocity in x, okay, in x, which means we're gonna have a velocity in x and as well a velocity in y. Okay, so our velocity in x is going to be equal to, as you can see, it's the final, this is adjacent to the angle, so it's going to be cos of the given angle. So our angle is a unknown. Okay, so remember as well that we know that in our x-axis, after we throw our ball, our acceleration, we say in the x-axis, is always constant. So it's going to be constant, which means there is no any acceleration once we throw that arrow. Okay, once it throw that arrow, therefore we're going to have an acceleration of, it's constant because once you start, there is no any acceleration, so it's going to be constant until it hits its target. Okay, so therefore we know that our x is going to be given by the velocity in x t, okay, plus 1/2 ax of t squared. Okay, so basically, as I said, we have the 4 formula that we are going to apply. So every time that I'll be given a problem, I'm just going to look into my problem and see what are the value that was given to me. Okay, so you're going to look at the 4 formula. Okay, you choose one. You can see that if for this one, the third one, I was given x, the speed, I was given the time, the acceleration I know. So every time in the problem, you must only have one unknown. When you have 2 unknown, you don't choose that a specific equation. So for each equation that you have to use, you must make sure when you choose an equation, you must only have 1 unknown, not more than 2. When you have more than 2, then there is some other method you have to apply. But when I look here, I can see the unknown that I have here is going to be 1, is on the third, because on the first one, I'm going to have 2 being unknown. So I have already 2. But on the third one, I'm just going to have 1 unknown because the acceleration in x is 0, the time it's given, and as well the x is given. So the only unknown is going to be our VO in x. Okay, so let's look at that and see what's going to happen. So we know that our x is this distance from where the William is to the target. Okay, so we're going to have 20, which is equal to VOX. The time is given as 0.7. Remember the acceleration is 0, which means you say this is equal to 0. So if you do your mathematics here, your VOX is going to be given as 28.57 meter per second. That is going to be the velocity in X. Okay, so we can do the same as well in Y. Okay, Y. So let's look at Y. Y is always going to be from the distance at which I'm throwing that specific ball or arrow. Can you see? But remember, I have 4 meters. I have 1 meter. Can you see? Therefore, my Y is just going to be the space here from where I'm throwing this arrow to that. Can you see? So this arrow is going to be what? 4 minus what? 1. Can you see? Minus this small gap here. Then I'm going to have my Y. Okay? So we can say that our Y is going to be 4 minus 1 meter, which will be given as 3 meter. Can you see? So the Y distance, the I, is always going to be from where there is a ball, from where is shooting. Can you see? To the target. Can you see? So we're given 4 minus 1 automatically going to get us 3. Okay? So we apply again the same formula for the Y now. We're going to have Y, and then remember the acceleration is Y, is going to be given by what? Okay? The gravitational one, then we put it negative, which will be 9.8 milliseconds. Can you see that? And therefore we come here, Y is going to be given by the velocity in Y, okay? The time plus 1 over the acceleration is Y t squared. Okay? So you come here, you substitute, you have 3, which is equal to velocity in Y, the time is 0.7 plus 1 over 2, the acceleration is minus 9.8, and then our time is 0.7 squared. And therefore, if you apply your mathematics, the speed in Y is going to be given as 7.712 meter per second. Okay? So we have a vector in X and a vector in Y. Can you see? This vector and that vector. So if I put my Y here, if I apply my Pythagoras, I can get this velocity initial there. Okay? And therefore we apply our Pythagoras. Okay? So our Pythagoras is going to be the V initial, it's going to be equal to V initial in X squared plus the V initial in Y squared. So if you substitute their value, you're going to get 29.59 meter per second. Okay? And then for the angle, what did I say? I said all about tangent minus 1. The velocity in Y over the velocity in X. Why? Because we have tau. Tangent is always what? The opposite over the adjacent. The opposite to the angle is Y. The adjacent is X. And therefore you apply their formula there. And as well, you're going to get the answer to be 15.110. Okay? But remember, okay, you have your north, okay? And then you have your south. Let's check this one. You have your east, you have your west and south. So it's going to be north of south, north to where the angle is. So it's going to be north of east. Okay? That will be the final answer of this question.